Karens of Reddit, how's your life as a Karen? I need to speak to the thread's manager. I know a Karen at work and she's one of my favorite people to shoot the crap with. She started a couple weeks after me, so we've both been here 5 years. Now Carol on the other hand. Honestly, people have a pretty low bar for how they expect me to behave, which is cool. As long as I'm kind to service professionals and don't have peacock hair, I've already surpassed any expectations people have of a Karen. My boyfriend's friends called me Karen in accounting as a joke for a while before they met me. Joke's on them, though, I'm in marketing. Please welcome to the stage Karen from finance. I'm a Becky, so if any Karens want to have a pity party, I'm down. I've got your back, Becky. Signed, Karen. I have a Karen at work who gave me some Christmas chocolates. She is a good Karen. All the Karens must learn to be like this one. My friend's mom's name is Karen, and once when we were driving, a Karen bit came on the radio, and she got so offended, changed it saying how unfunny, mean, and upsetting it was. When we got out of the car, my friend whispered, "Such a Karen," and we could not stop laughing. Not that funny, but it's 15 years later and sometimes we will still send each other Karen memes just saying your my mom would hate this. To be fair, this Karen was like a second mother to me, and a very kind and generous one. I spent so many days and nights at her house. I owe many of my favorite birthday parties to her, and looking back I can't imagine how much money she must have spent on me, all just because of my friendship with her daughter. She never made me feel like a burden, or even like I wasn't family. The most Karen thing about her is her reaction to Karen jokes. You joke about it, but unbeknownst to you she called the radio station later and complained to the manager there. Whoa, this thread is giving me a very positive outlook on Karens. Because real Karens wouldn't be on Reddit. The parents of all these fake Karens must have wanted to put Karen to their caring daughters' names but somehow misspelled Karen. I know a Karen who's a freaking legend. She works with my mum in an office building, and whenever we come in on school holidays, she buys us lunch. We do cool crap in the city, etc. 10/10 would Karen again. Caring Karen. I work for a Karen. She gives me Starbucks gift cards every other week. One of the rare good Karens in the wild. So for once, Karen is the manager. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the Karens you're referring to don't use Reddit. They use Facebook for the church, honey. So many wholesome Karens. I might have to refer to uptight Facebook moms by another name in my head. I know a Karen. She's my friend's mom. She's also my mom's friend. My friend is also my cousin, so my mom's friend, Karen, who is also my friend's mom, Karen, is also my mom's sister, Karen, and my aunt Karen. She's addicted to our unexpected mirth. I know a Karen on Facebook. The first birthday after I lost my dog, she sent me $500 to buy a puppy. I've never met her in my life, but she's always been great. Holy crap, that's a great Karen. My mum is a Karen and she is the best. My mum is a Karen and probably the source of the typical Karen. I'm Karen, but I'm not a Karen. Fine, you can be a Kevin. I work with Karen. She's the best because she is super crafty. She makes her own clothes and shoes. Her nails are always perfectly manicured and she's really good at nail design. She also takes the lead when it comes to events like decorating for the holidays, and it always comes out looking amazing. She's a total gearhead and is into racing. She's an amazing cook too. Last time we had a potluck she went all out and made this stuffed shrimp. Karen is also a good mom and such a positive person. I love my work, Karen. I'm a Karen, although I go by a nickname usually. I feel like it started with Dane Cook's crappy stand-up and then just snowballed. I've come to accept it. I didn't choose a Karen life. The Karen life chose me. Dane Cook was my first thought too. My name is Sharon, but sometimes Sharon is Karen. My twin aunts are Sharon and Karen. Sharon is my favorite. Karen can be a real bee sometimes, but when she's not, she's pretty cool. My niece is a Karen. She's 8 going on 39. She is the de facto babysitter. Even her older brother listens to her, the teacher's pet, and the voice of reason. When I asked her what she wants for Christmas, she told me, books, but remember you have to buy gifts for the babies. her younger siblings, and your son. When I told her that my brother was coming to visit, she said, if you fight, you have to apologize because he's your brother and it's better to love each other. She gives me directions to her house from her booster seat in the back of the car. Karen is the most serious, conscientious kid in the world. So, when my son and I hang out with her, we go to the children's museum or the park or the pool, somewhere she can let it all out and be a silly little kid. My pediatrician was a Karen. She was kind, helpful, and supportive to me and my parents when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes as a child. Great, I divorced my husband and got custody of the fricking kids. Classic Karen. It turns out Karen isn't so bad after all. I'm a Karen. You know that activity you do in grade school where you write an adjective for every letter of your name? There weren't many options for K except for kindness. Nicknames growing up from friends and grown-ups included Caring Karen, Care Bear, etc. I've always associated my name with an expectation to be kind. Karens are subconsciously trained to be a good people, no matter what the memes say. I have a K name, too. I remember when we do that game where we'd introduce ourselves and come up with our favorite thing for that letter of the alphabet. It was always kittens and Kit Kat bars for me, or kites, but I'm not that into kites. One of my best friends is a Karen. She's a good Karen. Somewhere between a Kathy and a Susan. The 60s and 70s. A great time for all the legendary two-syllable names. Karen, Kathy, Linda, Susan, Sharon, Cheryl, Patty, Tammy, Laura, Donna, Lisa, Cindy, Debbie, Terry, Shelley, Paula. I'm a Karen that apparently looks more like a Jennifer. I prefer to not correct people. I also love all my friends that send me Karen memes BC, they make me laugh. So, I guess I'm okay. Karen life is not too bad. I've never asked to speak to a manager or anything any other meme has suggested. I actually have a handful of friends named Karen and they don't seem to be the types to ask for a manager either. I think we, as a name, are a dying breed though. Someone please name their baby Karen so we can live on. Karen complain. My friend is Karen and she's the sweetest woman I know and practically a patron saint of cats. Also has mental health issues and I wish she could magically get better. She doesn't deserve any of what she puts up with on a daily basis. I'm a Karen, but I'm not the kind of Karen you're talking about. I hate confrontation and conflict, so I would rather die than ask to see the manager. My mother is a Karen. She didn't abort me and fed me for 22 years. 10/10. My boss is called Karen. She bought me toast this morning and refused to take money from me. She's a great boss. My stepmom is a Karen. She makes my dad happy, and that makes me happy. I'm a Karen. I didn't take the kids. Unless you count 50/50 custody, I don't ask to speak to the manager. I don't go in my car. I really can't complain. I love my family and would do anything for them. I work with autistic kids, teaching them life skills. There's one person that calls me Caribou. So, all in all, I'd say I'm a successful Karen. I'm a Karen, 35 years old. I've always found that most people I meet upon telling them my name have either an Aunt Karen or their mom's name is Karen. I even have an Aunt Karen myself. She married my uncle after I was born. I have met no other Karens my age ever. I always wish I would. My husband claims Karen will make a name come back. I highly doubt it. I laugh at all the Karen memes as I hope they are referring to a group of women older than myself, lol. Keep the memes coming. I work at a coffee shop and we have a regular Karen that comes in every day. I always talk to her and ask her how she's doing and about her family, etc. She came in the week before Christmas and handed me a $20 tip saying Merry Christmas and thank you so much for always asking how I am. She's a good Karen. Hiya Chad. I feel for you Karens of Reddit. Honestly, it's kind of funny, and I try not to take it personally. Karen was a very common name when I was born. In high school, the administration once put all of the Karens and Kathys on the same bus to an event, and most of the Karens I know have been nice people. I'm a Karen and my brother is a Kevin. Reddit memes suck sometimes. People at work who I haven't met in person always expect me to be much older than I am. And on Reddit, The soccer mom Karen meme doesn't make any sense because Karen was most popular as a name in the 50s and 60s, and more popular even in the 40s and 70s, so the typical Karen's kids are adults. Old person who can't use computers, fair enough, but ironically I'm the first person my 50 and 10-year-old co-workers go to for computer help, so it's not me. Also, people always confuse me for an Erin since that is a more common name for under 40s, or Kate or Sharon because I sat next to other women with that name. My dog's name is Karen and she's a good girl. My mom is a Karen. She raised 3 kids all by herself, and they are all well-adjusted adults doing good things. So, the Karen I know is a badass. Theory: the Karen hate was started by the buttholes they got divorced from. Literally the only person I can think of that doesn't like my mom, whose name is Karen. This might be right. Source: I'm Karen. Have bad taste in men. I get tons of Karen memes and get told gosh Karen, you're so stupid often, but other than that, it's going great. I'm a real life Karen. I think it's funny that my name has become internet shorthand for horrible, rude 50-plus-year-old woman because I'm a millennial and have never asked to see a manager in my entire life. You've been visited by the good sleep oinker. You will be blessed with cozy, restful sleeps, but only if you comment sleep type porker. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.